Yeah, I don't know, I've been at this for a very long time, and since I was a kid, I feel like it's not something I force. I wish I wasn't like this. Do you know what I mean? But it's just how I am. I'm very picky about the people I'm around. Like, I don't really like to talk too much. If it wasn't you, I wouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? I don't really like to talk too much. I put my shades on. I don't really want people to read my thoughts. Like, Yeah, I don't know, I've been at this for a very long time, and since I was a kid, I feel like it's not something I force. I wish I wasn't like this. Do you know what I mean? But it's just how I am. I'm very picky about the people I'm around. Like, I don't really like to talk too much. If it wasn't you, I wouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? I don't really like to talk too much. I put my shades on. I don't really want people to read my thoughts. Like, I just keep myself to myself. I feel like growing up, I feel like because I grew up in South and like type of background that I come from, it was just a lot at a young age. So I feel like I put up with a lot to the point where I didn't really have a childhood, really. So now I'm just this antisocial adult, and it's like I'm just coping with it these ways, and I can't really help it.
When you say, like, because I was going to get onto as well, like the South London influence, because I think it's so funny if you don't know Ling and you just heard her music, it's just like this wonderful, Ling Hussle with this beautiful voice. But then when you talk to Ling, it's like you're from South. Yeah. So I'm assuming there's a heavy South influence, because I'm not gonna lie, you got girls who are from South London, she's from South. Yeah, you're a real South girl. Like, just the whole way you are towards things. Like, how much of that is important for people to know about you, or is it not?
It is important still. It is, because I feel like this is why I am the way I am. Even like down to my tomboy ways, like came from being from where I'm from, being around guys all the time. I've got an older brother, so obviously that's what made me really so that's what made me so like kind of tomboyish and stuff. It's made a big influence in how I am. So it is important that people know that. But if you're from South, you know.
If you're from, that's exactly what a South girl says. All right, cool. So we've done Spirit Soul now. I'm assuming, what do you call that, Ling? Because artists are just jarring, like project, album, mixtape.
Do you know what?
What is it?
It's a mixtape. But the reason why I don't want it to be called an album is because I feel like where I am in life, I wouldn't be able to make an album. I wouldn't even try to make an album now. I feel like for me to get into album mode, I would have to have more. Like, I would need more. I'd want to work with the biggest this, the biggest that. I'd want everything to go into my album. So it kind of offends me when people are like, oh, it's an album. Like, no, you wouldn't know what I would do if I had like the fucking necessities to fucking make an album. Like, I want harps, I want a choir, I want the best producers that I can't even get next to right now. But when I do, that's when I'll get into album mode. But for now, we're pushing out mixtapes, please. So
listening to Spirit Soul, like, I felt like a lot of what it seems like is a lot of things you affirmed years ago are reality now. And I feel like one thing I noticed about your art is you're consistently affirming. Like, I even like part of your lyrics when you're like, I'm not going to get to work with Nip, but I'm going to work with Meek. It's like, I don't hear that. To be fair, I don't even hear that from rappers. Like, because rappers got too much of an ego to say something like that. A lot of them, like, even in interviews, they wouldn't. So how, like, are you big on like affirming and go? I know there's a certain level of goal, so I'm not going to be cliche and say that, but talk to me about that. Like, how much of your life is focused on goal setting and affirming and heading towards
everything. My mum taught me from young, like, the words you speak are powerful. So, do you know what I mean? I make sure that the things that come out of my mouth are the things that I want to happen. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like even putting in my music, I say it every day to myself, or like when I'm speaking to people that I love, but putting in my music is important because I feel like people need to hear that. Because if you've listened to me from 22 and then you're listening now, you can hear that I've made changes. Do you know what I mean? So it's important for me to keep doing that. So when you go back, you're like, oh shit, like everything she said then, like, it's happening now. So it's important, because when I listen to artists that do that, Nip, Meek, I'm like, rah, he really, like,
you buy into them more.
Yeah,
you're seeing the journey. And I feel like one thing that you just said, which is so true, is like, even today, like, I went back over your old projects compared to now, and I can even hear the growth in content, but I can even hear the growth just in your voice. Like, you can hear that on this one now. And the reason I was probably considering calling the album, because the quality of music is like 10-10.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like freestyle-y. Like even down to, and I'm not going to lie, I'll put this out there from now. I'm the worst at song titles, but I'll sing you your song.
Go on.
Even down to, I can't, not my friend. You see that from there, yeah?
You know
when you threw that out
on
socials at first, I was thinking, you threw it out like it was just nothing, yeah? And I was thinking, right, you're moving mad. That tune there, I think if that was like labels plugged into it and it had all that cliche shit, would probably be something that we'd love here.
Yeah.
But then you had a whole tape full of other things of the same kind.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I was getting from Spirit Soul was like, there was a consistent documenting of the growth in your journey. So looking at where you're heading towards, there's songs that stood out to me, such as Early Bird for the Rave. And that tweet has stood out to me for years, like, from both of you. Like, you lot know that I live by that shit. Like, what is it about you, aside of just wanting to ball out on everyone? Like, why is there so much of a bag? There's so much bag talk. Like I said this to you before, like, I don't personally know any other artist, and they could kill me for this, I don't mind. Like, if you disagree, then tell me as well. Female or even male singer that talks about the bag that much.
I don't know why they don't. Because I feel like where I grew up from, I feel like you want the best. When you grew up in the hood, you want the best. So I feel like, why am I going to just be talking shit? I need to talk about the things that I've been through, the things that I want. Like, I feel like my music has to have substance. But that's just me in general. I don't just want to talk about things that don't make sense. So it's big for me. It's big for G. Like, everyone in the team, like, we know what we want out of this. I'm not here just for fun and games. Do you know what I mean? I
feel like you do. It's English culture, and it's like we go and like, that's not what it's all about, and we don't want to like flex. Like, you talk some, like, as I said to you before, like, there's when I put together my playlist, I only have songs that are gonna obviously motivate the hustle. Like, that's why I called it Hustle and Motivate playlist.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've got many R&B songs on there, but I've been able to slot in so many of yours. Because it's like, when I'm listening to it, like, I'm gassed. And that don't happen to me for even rappers with a lot of artists. So if the bag is the focus, I know for a fact that labels have offered a bag. So in regards to you now, marketing-wise, like, how do you, if you was an up-and-coming artist or like a newer artist in yourself, should I say, how would you say is the best way to get your music out there?
Just put it out.
Literally the social.
Yeah, I'm not really into all like the weird stuff. Just put out the music.
What's the weird stuff?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know the extras that people do? Like just put out the music. Just put out the music.
So what do you think about social media ads?
Yeah, they're cool, I guess, if that's what you're into.
You're just on this is my song, go get the song. But you've got a fan base that's built on it.
But that's how I've built my fan base.
I'm not saying that's wrong. Yeah, no, that's sick. That's sick.
But that's what I'm saying. These things all come down to who you are as a person. Like, if you want to do the cliche things and like the weird stuff, then you would do it.
Facts.
But if you're not that person, you won't. And like, obviously, your fans will take to whatever, innit? Like, my fans know what type of person I am, what I stand for, so they wouldn't expect the cliche stuff from me anyway.
Yeah. No, that's mad. No, I appreciate that. Because as I said, there's a lot, I think, people hear these terms all the time, publishing deals, label deals. Like, there's so many artists at the moment that are standing for...
Yeah, and there's so many artists that don't tell people what's going on. They're bad minds. Like, I will go into these studio sessions with these big artists and they'll be talking about how much they hate their deals. And you'll be, like, outside looking in, it's like, but it seems lovely, though. So why don't you tell people how horrible it is so they don't go and do what you've done? I
think now especially, like, and obviously shout out to T, like, he's been... Especially since everything that's going on, like,
guidance, everything.
Do you know what?
From the beginning.
I had a rant with him yesterday, and I said to him, you frustrate me because you don't scream your voice loud enough. And the reason I say that is because, you know, like I know, T is a book full of knowledge, bro. Like, in so many different facets. That's why I have a business with him, because he really does know the business, And I've come to realise that without people like him, you talking on platforms like this, no one ain't going to free this realness.
Without T, there'll be so much things that I didn't like. There's so many people. Remember, I met T through other people. Yeah. Cool. But he was the only person that would be like, alright, cool, Ling, sign up to PRS, make sure you're getting paid this way, make sure, do this, do your distribution through this. Even to this day, he'll be like, there's a event going on about this. You can't make it, cool, I'm going to go for you and then just shoot you the information after. Like, he makes sure that I'm on top of everything. Like, even the other day, he was like, who you putting your music out with? Have you got a publishing? Like, he's on me, and we literally feed each other information. Like, even like little things that I'll be like, oh yeah, they're doing this at this place. Like, you should go look into it. He does the same thing to me. Like, he's the only person in the industry that looks out for me, and I look out for him. That's why we go so hard for each other. Do you know what I mean? He's the only person in staff that I would promote to the foot, like it's mine, and he would do the same because the love is it's past all the weird stuff. Do you know what I mean?
I think right now, like, from speaking to him the other day, and it's something I want to touch on with you as well, is that his whole mission is, especially with what's going on, like, just in black culture generally, is obviously the way I see it with what's going on in black culture is everyone has their own part to play in their own field.
Yeah.
And I think what people need to be careful with is, like, stepping into everyone else's field. Like, you might not be a protester. You might not be a this. You might not be a that. What can you do in your field? And his whole mission is, like, within, as you just said, within the music industry, opening young black kids' eyes before they sign on the dotted line or before they run into this whole thing, like, blind, in regards to knowing what's going on. Now, I've seen, like, multiple views online in regards to what's going on with the culture. I've seen your views online, what's going on with the culture. Now, I didn't actually know that the origins of the Black Square was music based. That was
that's why I was annoyed.
And that's why you was annoyed.
Yeah.
Which I got it as well. Like, when you got it, when you said what you said, I thought, yeah, she's on smoke. Like, because you literally was going, okay, we're all going that way, I'm not on it.
Yeah.
And you didn't just say I'm not on it silently. You let everyone know you wasn't on it. Why was that important to you?
Because I feel like what I stand for, it would look so mad for me to just be like, alright, cool. Do you know what I mean? Like,
before you go down there, sorry to cut you. Say the point you said, because your caption was powerful. Bro. Like,
I can't remember what I said.
It was basically along the lines of, rather than us doing this, how about we do that?
Yeah.
What was that? Elaborate.
Do you know what it is? It was like, I feel like the industry, they like to put on a facade and it pisses me off. Do you know what I mean? It's like, don't now try to be for the people, because you lot have not been for the people for a very long time. And the bit that was pissing me off the most is seeing how many people in the industry were reposting it. I was just like, wow, you lot are just acting today, huh? Like, fuck, boy, because you lot ain't been about this black shit for a very long time. Like, you lot are A&Rs and you let them shift our culture 24/7. You never speak up. You never make your voice heard. But today is the day you want to go ham. I wasn't having it. It was pissing me off.
So from looking at everything that's going on, where do you see yourself fitting in that? Like, what's your personal mission? What can you do to obviously help? Because we all, at the end of the day, underline, we all want to see our people rise.
Of course.
Above all of this shit.
Of course.
We all want more of a voice.
Of course.
What has now, if it has adjusted, because I feel like your mission was always like this.
Always. My main thing is to make sure that I don't, like, put on a facade for people. Like, I want people to know, even like me speaking about how hard it is for me and stuff, I don't want people to think that it's all easy breezy. Like, I really want to tell the truth about everything. So I make sure that I tell people, like, it's hard for me as well. Like, they think, oh yeah, you're on songs with these people, and I'm like, mate, it didn't happen like that. You don't know how long it's taken. I've been doing music for like 7 years. To you, it's 2 years. Do you know what I mean?
I can't lie, that's me. Like, I'll be complete transparent. I said this to you, like, and that's why I said when I found out about you, like, I'm not gonna be one of them people that's gonna be like, yeah, been listening to you for years. Like, I didn't know before, so that's why I'm interested to even know, like, what happened before I joined this party. Because to hear you say 7 years, I'm kind of like, that's already made me think, raw, fair enough. Like, that's a long graft. You was doing R&B for all that time.
Yeah, I used to put out music. People that know, but I used to put out music time ago, like SoundCloud, drop little songs and that. But obviously, I took a break and I
always
was like,
under Ling Hussle as well. Yeah,
I took a break and then I was like, I need to just start focusing on what type of sound I want to like have. So I took all my music down and then I was like, cool, I'm going to focus on writing. I'm going to write. I didn't record for like a year. I just writ and I just wanted to figure out my sound. So when I did go studio, I'm like, cool, this is the person I am and this is how I'm going to be. Like, this is how I'm going to cut through. So obviously listening to 22, even up to Spirit Soul, you know my sound by now. Do you know what I mean? You know that it's not just going to be one way. Like, I might rap, I might sing rap, I might just full on sing. Do you know what I mean? But one thing I got good at was songwriting. Do you know what I mean? So even 100%. Like, people think that it's just so easy, but I'm like, no, I've been writing for years. Like, this is why it looks easy, but it's fucking hard.
Do you write for people?
Yeah.
Is that something that you would go into further? Or is that just like,
of course.
Because I feel like it's sick that you said that, because I didn't know if it was intentional, but I can definitely hear, like I even said before, like I said, you write, and this is just probably like my ignorant way of saying it, but I said that you write like a rapper. And the only reason I said that is because obviously rappers are a lot more lyrical, Generally
though.
speaking,
I do. You're right.
You write like a rapper, and I can hear that. Even when you're singing, you write like a rapper. Is going into rap something you're kind of gonna do more? Is it just that?
No, I feel like me listening to rap so much is why I even sing and write like how I write. It's more with a. You're right. It's like it's got more of a rapper style to it, but that's why it comes from me just listening to so much rap. I listen to rappers more than I listen to singers. Like people think because I'm R&B, I must listen to so much R&B. No, I listen to a lot of rap music.
Do you know one thing I've always wanted to ask a singer, yeah? And you're the perfect person to ask this, yeah? How come singers can talk about heartbreak when they're not heartbroken so well? Like, so let me elaborate on that, yeah? Because I know an author can write a book that they haven't been through, so I get that, yeah? But you've got so many songs here that I know you're not going through.
How do you know that?
My brother's lit.
How do you know that though?
Like, obviously,
how do you know that though?
Things happen. Of course.
How do you know that though?
Of course things happen, but my brother Gio, let me tell you, like, I'm vouching for my brother, yeah? I'm vouching for, that's Lewisham Borough, born and bred, home bred. You get me? Man's vouching for him, yeah?
What are you vouching for?
I'm vouching for him, bro. I'm vouching, bro. Like I told you, I followed his journey. His thing's different. So why is it like, where did this, because where's the inspiration come from?
Jay, you want to chime in?
No, alright. This ain't his interview. We got another episode for you, my guy.
Listen, let me tell you something, yeah? The things that I write about, I've been through. It's not
Alright, cool. I ain't gonna
so
go.
you can vouch for Gio.
Bust no further,
you can vouch for Gio.
Obviously, what I would say is that, like, I just feel like there's a lot of, you put yourself in other people's positions, or like, I feel like, to make music. Like, is that a hard task to do?
Nah, like, do you know what I mean? It's like you can have conversations with your friends, and like those are the things that can spark your brain. Like my brother could be like, "Oh yeah, that my man cheated on me." That'll make me write the sickest song, though. Do you know what I mean? And it hasn't come from nowhere. Because when it's your friends, you feel the pain. Do you know what I mean? Like if your friend's crying for 30 days straight because they've got cheated on or whatever, like you feel the pain, so you know you can feel the emotion. So when you write, it feels real.
I feel you still. Oh, wow, my guy, I got you. Do you know what I'm saying?
I've been through my heartbreak and that though. Right, maybe not with Gio, but
direction over speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that via YouTube's interview on Got Mag, and that was, to be fair, I'd seen it on underline, but for me, you don't know me, you know what I stand for. That stuff like that is just right up my alley. Like, to be fair, a lot of the stuff on Extreme Clothing, just the slogans, are just like me to a T.
Yeah.
You said, if I remember rightly, like that was pretty much like your be-all. I think even your favorite quote was what you said. Yeah. Why? Why is that?
I got it from him. I got it from him. Every time, like I'm very irrational. Do you know what I mean? Like, I make very irrational. Yeah, 100%. We are very irrational. Yeah. So I feel like he always used to like put that into my head, like direction over speed, direction. When I used to get annoyed, like I want to do this, or this ain't happening the way I want, or like quick enough. He always used to tell me that. So that's something that stuck with me for years.
No, sick. And another thing that I also wanted to ask you as well was like the name. Like I feel like you probably get asked this a lot, but I've never seen you answer it, which is the obvious, like influenced by Nipsey, cool. But Ling and Hussle, how are we there, bro? Like how are we there? Like let's just, how are we there? Like you can do it in a second if you want. Like you don't have to go into how are we there, because it's not.
They both got given to me, and I put them together. Like, they both got given to me at different times. Like Hussle, I got it like college when I used to play him so much. Like that's all the boys used to call me. Ling was just a little nickname that people used to give me, so I put the two together.
Ling Hussle. I hear you now.
Has a nice ring to it.
And do you know what it is that's so powerful? Now that obviously like we've lost Nip, it's gonna have even more significance than it would have if we hadn't. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's like carrying on that flame. Cool. Wrapping up. What's the main things you want to be known for? Not even in music, but just in life.
Realness. I feel like that's what I tweeted about today. I was like, I keep it real. That's one thing. Whether people like me or not, I keep it real. Ownership. Just believing in my brand. I feel like I tweeted today, like, if nothing else, I know that I believe in myself. Like, that's the main thing. I've always believed in myself, no matter how long it's going to take me, no matter how much people ignore me. Do you know what I mean? I really do believe in myself. So I just know that's going to take me where I need to go. On
those down days, though, how'd you do with it? Because I feel like you're someone who seems like you'll tear everything down. Like on your down day, I feel like it's extreme. I as you said, with Taurus, is like my down days are extreme as my up days. So the whole party will get locked off on the down day. Like
no, fact. You know what it is? When I'm not feeling it, it's just like I make sure I just keep to myself. I don't really like to put my burdens on people. Do you know what I mean? So I'll just shut down, turn off my phone, until I'm back in my zone, and then I'm back. Do you know what I mean? No one would know because do you know what I mean? I don't show that to people. But it happens.
3 main words. I want 3 words from you, but come straight to your head when you think of Ling Hussle.
Independence, ownership, truthfulness.
Truth. Respect it.
I'm the truth.
Ling, thank you very much for my tea.
You're welcome. Drink it up.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that I don't bring you no gifts.
Let me tell you lot something as well. From a brand point of view, like, jokes aside, like, this is amazing. Like, more so, the reason why I rate it as well is because it is genuinely authentic to who you are. I think everyone always tries to do something that t-shirts, this, jumper, like, and don't get me wrong, sick, works. Yeah. I know Gio's probably got a whole lot of views on that one, but we'll save that up for another episode. But yeah, Ling, pleasure. Thank you for coming. I know you don't give your time to many people.
Never again.
Definitely got the gems that I wanted from you today.
I hope so.
And yeah, man, I'm looking for when's the next project?
Probably end of the year.
Is it? Alright, send them on. We'll see you back here then.
Yeah.
Don't know my chick. La. This idiot. Nah, sick. Careful.